Next project, because I tend to jump around a lot when I'm working outside. I get distracted quite easily. But there's this teeny little flower bed in front of the chicken coop. Obviously, that's the chicken coop. The ladies are over there for right now because it's nice out. And I'm going to get this bed cleaned up. And I have a dead pineapple sage plant right there and a live, not planted in the ground miniature rose. That's pretty much what I use around the coop, is all these little miniature roses. I think a lot of people assume that they can't be outside for some reason, but that's actually, I have found that to not be true in general. That is a miniature rose over there that is about 3 feet tall now. I have some more over there. You can't really tell because most of them don't have leaves on them, or many leaves anyway. There's a tea rose over there, not a miniature rose, but anyway. And that rose is actually a dark red rose that I found a teeny little plant growing in a random flower bed, and I don't have any red roses, so I have no idea where it came from. So anyway, it lives there now. It's a climbing rose. So I got a trellis there for it. So anyway, let's get this bed cleaned up. I'm gonna take everything out of it. Well, all the stuff that's not plants. There's a broken light that just needs to be thrown away. Take the angel out. This is a new bed as of last summer, so it's settled a bit and needs probably some dirt added to it also. And some things taken out. Might actually just need the dirt kind of evened out. Like really bad. But I got a dead thyme plant, which thyme is a perennial in general, but this particular one just didn't like it for whatever reason, so we'll just take that out. I have tons of other ones all over in the other beds. This one just didn't like it here, I guess, or something happened. Pineapple sage is, I would say, a hardy annual. It's sold as an annual. I've had some in mild winters that do fine and last for actually a few years. But we had a not mild winter for a big enough stretch that none of my pineapple sages here or at the farm made it through this winter so far. So we'll pull that out. So what we're left with is climbing rose, some chives in the back, and a trailing rosemary plant that all made it through great. So we are going to plant my miniature rose, which is super waterlogged because I, for some reason, never took it out of this, but it seems fine. It's got new growth on it and looks great, so we'll take it out of that, get it right into the ground. Got this like on clearance for like 50 cents or something last fall. So just a reminder, after, you know, like Valentine's Day or Easter or whatever, when you see all these guys on clearance, you likely can put it outside in your garden, so it doesn't have to be, and frankly, I think they do way better outside, so it's not necessarily something you have to just throw away, so might as well try it outside. You can see, way too wet, so I will plant it. Look at that. It's kind of amazing, actually, that it's not dead. And actually, there's like 4 plants in here, so I'm going to change this a bit. I'm going to split these. Look at that. That's totally 4 different plants. So they probably just, you know, like most things, wanted to make it look good. Obviously, if you're probably giving a little miniature rose as a gift, you don't want it to look sad and scraggly with one little plant in there, but these are not. These were just little plugs they put all in a tiny little pot. Likely. Look at that. 4 brand new roses. And that'll be too much for this whole space, likely, unless I keep them pruned down, which I might. So we'll see. I can always move them if I need to. I'm gonna put probably a line them in the front of here. I might put 1 or 2 somewhere else, but for now, look at that. Really cheap little rose plants. Okay, so I decided to put 1 right there in the corner. And as you saw with that one I showed you a minute ago, that's like a few feet tall. It's not gonna stay, you know, at 5 inches tall like they would in the store, ideally. So I'm gonna put 1 there in the corner. It's like a 1 foot square right there. Didn't put any here because we have this adult, full-grown climbing rose that needs a little more space. And then I put 1 there where I took that large pineapple sage plant out. And that's all I'm gonna do in here for now. Like I said with some of the other beds, I will for sure plant some annuals in here. I do nasturtiums, especially around the chicken coop, because they're so good for the chickens, so I can grow them as many places as possible. I put them in like literally every flower bed, every pot that I possibly can. So there we go. So now I have 2 more little miniature roses. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to plant these, I think, around the chicken coop in the beds also, but we have some cleaning up to do in the beds, and we have a lot of filling of holes and things from stuff just settling in the beds over the winter. So let's get to cleaning up the raised beds around the chicken coop.